DJ back at you with yet another DJs BrewTube, and tonight I got something special for you. If you recall, not too long ago, I put up a DJs BrewTube on location of Virginia Beach Brewing Company tour, or kind of like a tasting that I took, and I tried a bunch of their beers there, and one of the ones that I tried was their Hammerhead IPA, and if you recall from that video, I brought one of those beers back, and we have a Hammerhead IPA right here. And what is Hammerhead IPA? Hammerhead IPA is an India Pale Ale, not the real super hoppy version, and it's on 6.5% alcohol by volume. It's got 3 different hops on it, a strong malt bill, and it's dry hopped. So that's saying this should have some pretty good bitterness, and if I recall, I gave this one a B before. So I'm pretty interested to see what I'm going to give it this time. You know, it's been a while since I drank it, and when you drink a series of beers, you know, I had a couple before this beer when I was there, you know, it kind of skews your taste palate, even though they give you, you know, to go from the lighter end of the scale up to the stronger end. I didn't have any water in between, so maybe I wasn't tasting the beer as good as I possibly could. So let's get this one in a glass, you know, see what we got for an appearance, aroma, and taste, and see what we got going on. And as always, got my friend the bottle popper here. Get this bomber cracked open. Ooh, that one didn't want to come up. Got a lot of smoke coming off the top of this bad boy. And I can already smell the hop. Let's get in the glass, see what we got. Oh yeah, we're going to get a nice head on this one. There we go. Got it in our Virginia Beach Brewing Company pint glass also. As you see, I've got a monster head on this one. When I was at the brew pub, I had almost no head, and you know, when you don't get any head on the beer, you also don't get a whole lot of aroma because the foam has to come up, dissipate, and release and do all of its action, releasing those gases that are in the beer and everything, and in those gases are trapped the aroma, and as the proteins come up in the foam, they release that, help release that aroma. So let's see what we got going on with this one. See, we got a solid 3-finger head, sudsy white, off-white rocky head on the top here, really well-formed bubbles, some big ones, small ones, a little bit soapy on the sides, but rocky on the top. Let's see what we got on the smell in this one. Yeah, a lot of orange in this one, a little bit of mango, and a little bit of malt in the background, but a lot of citrus dominant on this, even some lemon. And you see it's slightly hazy as well. You may not be able to see that on camera. Let me wipe the glass here. That's not chill haze, that's hop haze on this one. So we got really good appearance to this beer. Let's see what we got on the taste. It smells real nice. Let me get another hit of that. It's got upfront grapefruit bitterness. In the middle of the tongue, you get that malt bill, and in the back, you have a dryness to it as well. It's a nicely put together beer. Don't taste any of the alcohol in this one. This is, I think, what I would call a sessionable IPA. Real easy drinking. This could be a entry-level IPA for somebody because it has enough malt not to turn you off, and if you don't mind a little bit of that grapefruit juice type bitterness, you'll like this beer. Let me get another taste here. The nose is more orangey and lemony, but the taste is more grapefruit, and it has a nice bready maltiness with just the slightest bit of caramel. I'd say this is a pretty decent beer. I believe the IBU on this one is about 65, if I recall correctly, and you know, for a small brewery out of Virginia Beach, Virginia, I think this is a pretty well put together beer. So, Rate Beer and Beer Advocate, they didn't give these the best of scores. I believe if I don't remember exactly what they were. I'll put them in the notes, but I know Beer Advocate had this around a B, and then Rate Beer totally trashed it from what I can recall. It was really low, and I don't think it deserves those low ranks. Maybe when the brewery was brand new, because they haven't been around that long, maybe 2 years, if that. No, actually, look, just over 1 year, because I have their anniversary wheat wine for their first year anniversary. So maybe they got one of the earlier samplings, and that's why their scores are so low, but I'd say this is a better beer than that. Having it today, I'm going to give this one a B+. It could have maybe gotten an A- or the higher end of the B+ scale, but there's no date on the bottle, which is a knock. I know this one is fresh because I got it fresh, really into the close to when it was delivered, and I saw on the side of the box the date on it. This beer is about a month and a half old, so I'm going to give it a B+. Could have maybe gotten the A-, but without that date on there, we can't go to the A-, can we, guys? Because this, especially, it's a hoppy beer. You got to tell us, guys, when the beer's going to be fresh. But beyond that, I'm going to elevate it to the B+ from the B that I had before. Maybe the formula's improved a little bit, or my palate was just skewed from those other beers that I had had before it. I think I had like one of their lighter lagers and a red beer, and I'm not a red beer fan, as you guys know. But anyways, if you can find this one, if you're in the Richmond area, Williamsburg, Tidewater, Virginia, which is Newport News, Norfolk, Virginia Beach, that kind of area, and even some into the Shenandoah Valley in Virginia, you may be able to find this. Outside of that, it's going to be really tough. If you're on vacation in Virginia Beach, go see these guys. They got a really nice little tap room, tiny little brewery, like Nano sort of brewery, but really good stuff coming out of them. And as always, guys, remember, think globally, drink locally. Let's support that craft beer movement, and that's a peace out.